Hey guys, so today's video is going to be about me meeting the Janoskians. I met the Janoskians on Thursday and today's Saturday, and it was amazing. So I'm going to basically tell you the story of meeting the Janoskians. So as you guys know, I was counting down on my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that about when I'm going to meet them, and it finally obviously got to the day. I was super nervous because the only other people I've met is I met some YouTubers a couple weeks ago, and there were two of them, and they were one of my favourite YouTubers of all time. And before that, I met Frankie Kokoza and had lunch with him and a few other fans. So that was like 1 and 2 people, and I was super nervous this time because it was 5 people. You know, it wasn't just one person. I don't know, it was more different because obviously there was more people to meet than one person. I think that was why I was super nervous. And yeah, well, we drove to Newcastle. I lined out outside for a couple hours, and I didn't really know because it didn't say on the email, like the email that they sent us to say where we're going and this and that. It didn't say on the email what's happening. So basically we stood outside, and I was really nervous. Like, I was really excited at the same time. And if you guys have ever met anybody or fangirled about anybody, like, and you're going to meet them and all that, you get really nervous, and you guys know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so basically I was shaking. I was so nervous and excited, and it was also cold, so that didn't really help me shaking in the cold as well. And yeah, so we eventually went inside into the door, and it was like dark because there was like blue lights coming down, because obviously it's an actual concert place. And we got upstairs, and there's lots of stairs up to where we're going to meet them. And then eventually stopped on the stairs where everybody lined up, and I couldn't see them yet because it was like further on upstairs to go. And everybody lined up, and suddenly, like, I was like, boom, like the nerves kicked in even more. I wasn't cold anymore, but it was super tense, and I couldn't believe it. I'd never been so nervous in my life like that. I mean, it was even more. It was like, if I can explain it, it was like adrenaline before you go on stage, but in a nervous wise. And that was the most I've ever felt in my life, and that was a lot. And I was like, oh my god. And yeah, so eventually we were walking a bit more, so we were like there for 2 hours nearly, lining up, and we were like pretty to the front, so pretty close to the front because there was so many people behind us. So yeah, we like went upstairs, and then we saw like flashes like coming from that way, and the stairs were like up like that, and we could see flashes, and we asked a few people in front of us, and we saw that the Janoskians were behind a screen. So there's like a line there, and then there was like the screen where you obviously, when you take professional photographs, you have like a screen, and so the Janoskians and that, and they were behind there. So everybody was lining up, and we could see the flashes, and we just knew that they were upstairs, just above us basically, and that made me even more nervous. And then we got to the bit where there was the final bit of stairs to go onto the line to meet them, and suddenly I went all calm, and I don't know why, but always when that happens, suddenly everything kicks back in, and I just start going completely mad when that happens. And so yeah, I got completely calm. We went up to the stairs, and just before the stairs there was a security man guard, and I was really quiet, and he was like, "You're really quiet," and I was like, "I'm just really nervous." And I had a few people that I knew behind me, obviously made friends, like sort of from obviously standing there, and they were like quiet as well, and I was just like super nervous. So yeah, I eventually got him by. I had some roses in my hand that I got before the day, and there were 4 pink roses, 1 red rose. And everybody, like the lady, was going past asking to give them gifts and stuff like that, but I was like, that's for the photograph, so I'm going to keep them. And yeah, so we went up to the line, and then eventually one of my friends went in front of them to go get the photograph and meet them, and because there was a security lady guard just before, like I was the last person, and then the security guard was there. And then obviously the Janoskians, you go round the screen to go see them. Like Jay kept walking back and forth to like look at his phone or something, and I was just like, oh my god, and everything kicked back in on the nerves, and I was actually going to nearly start to cry, and I had to actually breathe and go like that because I was actually going to cry. And yeah, the lady was like, cry after the photograph, and I was like, I'm going to cry, oh my god, I'm going to cry. And I was just gonna cry. Like, I actually had tears in my eyes. I was trying to stop myself from crying. So I didn't want to cry before I met them, obviously. And oh my god, like, that was crazy. So eventually she let us by, and I was like, and the man in front, which was part of the person who was taking the photograph, he was like, that, like, obviously it's your go, basically. And I was like, oh my god, I nearly froze, because, like, obviously I was next. And so I went behind the screen, and like, Jay was the first person, and he like stopped me, and it was like, you have an eyebrow piercing too, and like, it was so nice and like sweet, and he was like really gentle as well. He sort of touched it, and then he was like, what's your name? And I said Amber, and it was just amazing. I gave him a hug, and then I gave him the pink rose, which was kind of awkward because obviously the red rose was for Luke, because as he's my favourite, and then Luke was next to me. I was like, that's for you, Luke, and I gave him a hug. And then James was the next person, I gave him the pink rose, and I hugged him as well. And then I gave Bo and Daniel the pink roses, and I hugged Bo and then Daniel. And then I went back to next to Luke to obviously take the photograph, and we did the poses, and the boys was like kneeling on the ground and stuff. And as well, I forgot to say that we get these backstage passes for the thing, and before we met them we got these necklaces, as you can see, and you get the signatures of the boys there. Yeah, but anyway, we met them, and these were the photographs that were taken, if you guys can see. Yeah, so as you can see, they were kneeling down, and then that was the other photograph. And then I cropped a picture of me and Luke because he's my favourite. Yeah, so it was just amazing. And yeah, and then I went back to Luke and we took the pictures, and then I hugged Luke again after, and I was like, can I give you a kiss? And he like was like, yeah. So I gave him a kiss on the cheek, which was amazing, and then I hugged him again. So I must have hugged him like 4 times after the photograph and that. And then obviously I had to go, so I went off and I was just like looking at them, and I was like, I went behind the screen, and then obviously it was the next person. I got my stuff and I went down the stairs, and like it was going round and round like down the stairs, because obviously that's the exit. And I was like, oh my god, did these stairs never end? And I was actually running down. I was like gonna cry. I was actually crying. I was like, oh my god, I just met them. And yeah, and then basically we had to line up to go to the concert, and it was completely insane. And I was second row. I took so many like videos, as you can see on my YouTube channel underneath. There's so many videos. And after that, I took a few pictures with the before acts before they come on stage. And then I waited 2 hours after the concert at their tour bus, and as you can see in my online photos, I've got pictures of the tour bus and all that, and Jay and Bo popped out, and I took like a selfie with Bo, but the security were like grabbing all the other girls and like pushing us back and stuff, and as you can see, I can see like my cardigan from there, and Bo's like faces in the screen, obviously because I didn't have time to take it, and it was just amazing, like everything about it, and hopefully I can meet them next year. So that's my story about meeting the Janoskians. It was the best day of my life, and I can't wait to see them again, hopefully next year. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I am Barbie Carter, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys.